Here we are in round one. Let's say hello to our opponent. And put this over here out of the way. Let's see here. If we get a forest, we're in pretty good shape. We got 4 lands, which is pretty reasonable. Don't have a whole lot of creatures and not a whole lot we can play. Pretty sketchy keep here. But we do have Vito-Gazi Guildmage, so I'm going to keep. Opponent plays an Is a Guildgate and passes it back to us. Courses a Chord, not really what we want, but we'll play a Plains and pass the turn back to our opponent. Doorkeeper, well, it's going to keep us from attacking a lot, but let's see here. Forest Pack Rats. Turn 2 Pack Rats is not unreasonable. Let's see if he has something to deal with it. Opponent's probably not too excited to see that. Hopefully he doesn't have Electrickery here, but if he does, then we got a removal out of his hand. If not, we'll have 2 Pack Rats next turn and just go crazy. Opponent's thinking. He plays the Plains and another Doorkeeper. Alright. Looks like he's going to be milling us, which isn't too exciting with the Pack Rats. Opponent likes our Pack Rats, so we'll give him a smiley face. Play a Plains and I suppose making a Pack Rats is pretty much better than anything else we can play. We can't play a whole lot else. I think I'll just go ahead and toss the Arrestor to the Pack Rats on the opponent's turn. Plays the Mountain and a Lobber Crew. Alright, he's all about the walls as it is. End of his turn, we'll go ahead and make a Pack Rat. Toss the Arrestor. And let's see what we draw. Forest is excellent. We do want one of those. But I think we just want to make another rat here, so I'm going to pass the turn back to the opponent. Next turn we'll have Vito-Gazi Guildmage and Reborn Defenses up. And we'll be able to make another Pack Rats with that. Opponent's thinking. And he passes the turn back with 5 mana up. It's kind of sketchy. Let's see what he does. Oh, I forgot to make a Pack Rats. Well, that's lucky for our opponent. Let's play a Swamp. Let's go ahead and pass the turn back again. This time we need to remember to make another Pack Rat. See, the opponent's going to mill us for 3. That's alright. And hit us with Lobber Crew. Alright. Plays another land. Doesn't look like he has another play, so let's make another Pack Rats. Let's throw away the Plains. We don't need another land. Let's see what the opponent does here. Street Spasm for 2. Alright, that's not gonna do it. We'll still have a Pack Rats, but alright. And next turn we'll have Vito-Gazi Guildmage with Rootborn Defenses up. So let's go ahead and play the Guildmage. And let's pass it back to the opponent. We need to get a little aggressive here soon, or opponent's probably going to end up milling us out. Street Spasm's pretty good though. And the opponent passes it back, so let's see here. He might have another trick. Well, let's go ahead and activate. If he tricks it out, well, then we get another rat anyway. Alright, he doesn't have a trick. And we get a Cellar of Songbirds, which isn't better than another rat, so we don't have a good attack. He's gonna mill us for 6 most likely. Yeah, let's go ahead and pass the turn back to the opponent. Next turn we'll have 3 rats with 4 held up, and we'll be able to attack. Lobber Crew, alright. And another Doorkeeper, yep, you got it, buddy. It's got our good removal, so let's see what the opponent has for us. Let's go ahead and make another rat. Let's toss the Courser's Accord and see what the opponent has for us. Alright, now we should be able to have some good attacks here. So let's go ahead and attack. No blocks. Well, nope. Let's see if he decides to block. Alright, he doesn't, so let's make another rat, discard the Cellars, and that's a pretty big hit for the opponent, and let's pass it back to the opponent. It's gonna mill us again. Alright. Alright. And yes. Alright, here, let's see what the opponent wants to do on his turn. Seems to be defender.deck all the time. Hasn't really had many threats. He's just hoping to mill us out, which he's doing a decent job at it. Probably got a 2-turn clock on that. So I think we want to win this turn. But he has to block all of our rats. Or the 3. Alright, he just concedes. And we'll begin sideboarding. So he has all the defenders. Let's see here. Is there anything we can do about that? More flyers would probably be good. So let's take out the Crocodile and the Sentry, because they're not getting through his flyers, and throw in the Cellars. Those will be pretty good to fly over him. Avenging Arrow doesn't matter with him because all he has is defenders, but I imagine he has some more stuff, so we'll keep 1 in the deck for now. Trestle Troll probably isn't going to matter there, so let's do another Phantom General. He'll buff our pack rats and our other tokens. Definitely want to be flying over him. Yeah, I like this, so I'll go ahead and submit, and we'll start game 2. opponent is deciding if he's going to play first, and does. No lands makes this a definite mulligan. Pack rats and our other bomb is sad, but let's see what we get. One land is pretty bad too. We got a mulligan again. This is gonna be our hand. Alright. It's not great, but if we draw another forest, we can make our one play, and hopefully we'll draw some better things. Another land isn't what we want to see, but let's pass the turn back. Opponent pays a mountain and a Gorehouse Chainwalker. Alright. He does have some threats. Of course he unleashes it. Let's see if we can get a 2-drop. That'd be exciting. Growing Ranks is not too exciting. Let's play a forest and pass the turn back. We're going to be taking 3, which isn't a great thing, but not a whole lot we can do about that right now. Alright, you got it. And he doesn't have another play, so Giant Growth would be good if we had a creature in play. Let's play a Plains, pass the turn back. We don't have anything else we can do. We're going to take another 3 here. Definitely need to get something on the field, or we're going to lose this. Alright, the opponent plays the island and attacks. Don't have anything to do about that. Still no play. Alright. Might have Essence Scatter held up. Stab Boon is definitely not what we want to see here. Let's put out the Growing Ranks. Not too exciting when you don't have anything, but it's a play we can make. Looks like he does have the counter. Alright. You got it, buddy. Doesn't really matter, but I'm gonna take another 3, which is getting really bad here. We need to draw a creature, and maybe we can stabilize. A swamp or something like that would be good too. We could stab wound this and save ourselves. Still no play. He might have another. Forest is good. I was saying he might have another counter here, which would ruin our party, but we got to get something out there. So looks like he does have another counter. Essence Backlash. That's not good. Alright, we'll pass the turn back. It doesn't look like we're going to be winning this round, or this game, but that's alright. We still got a game 3. Take another 3 here. Puts us at 5 and a Logger Crew. Alright. It's getting pretty scary here. Forest is definitely not what we want to see. Let's play a forest and pass it back. I'm pretty sure we're dead here, but make the opponent do it. You never know. Alright, the opponent attacks for 3 again. We're going down to 1 after the Lobber Crew. And we need something really good here, or it's pretty much game. Here's all his defenders. And Seller doesn't do it. But I'm gonna make him kill me. Alright, you get a bird token. Play the plane. Pass the turn back to the opponent. We get Lobber Crewed and probably Lobber Crewed again. Yep, you got it, buddy. Alright, let's sideboard here. I like the sideboard options I did last turn. He does have some threats, but not a whole lot. He has a lot of counters. Maybe we do want the trestle troll. Gets in the way. Let's take out one of the sellers and submit that. Alright, we're going to choose to play first. And this is a great hand. We got all our colors. We don't have an early play, but we do have a Phantom General. I'm going to keep this. Might be a bit sketchy, but we'll see here. If he gets another Gorehouse Chainwalker, at least we'll have an Avenging Arrow for it. I'm going to lead with the plains because most of our early plays are white. Leads with an island and passes a turn back. We draw a Guild Gate. We don't have a turn 3 play, so I'm going to play the Guild Gate and pass the turn back. We'll have Avenging Arrow next turn, and the turn after that we'll have Phantom General. Doorkeeper is alright. Gets in our way, but we're not too aggressive at the moment. Opponent's thinking and passes it back. We get a monitor, so let's see here. I think we want a forest for sure, so we can play monitor next turn, which will be more threatening than the Phantom General, and we can even giant growth it to eat one of his guys. We don't have anything else to do here, so we'll pass it back. I don't think he'll be hitting us, so Avenging Arrow's probably not going to do a whole lot for us at the moment, but that's alright. See here, he plays another island, so he probably has cancel now. And he plays a Lobber Crew, so we can play our monitor safely now. And we'll Avenging Arrow the Lobber Crew next turn. So let's play out the plains and the monitor. Next turn we'll have Giant Growth and Rootborn defenses, so we can kill the Lobber Crew for sure. He doesn't play anything, which is good for us, but he might have counter up. Let's play the Swamp to diversify our mana, and let's go ahead and attack. See if he risks one of his guys. Opponent's thinking about blocking. We hope he does, so we can eat one of his guys and trample over, and then we'll Avenging Arrow the Lobber Crew. I think he wants to just mill us out, so I don't think he has a counter, or he would have held it up last turn. But I could be wrong. He decides he's not going to block, so we get in 3 damage, which is great. And we'll go ahead and pass the turn back. I want to Avenging Arrows his Lobber Crew. Yeah, he wants to mill us, which is fine, alright. Let him do that. And Lobber Crew, alright. Okay, and nah, I guess I should have held shift or whatever to hold priority. I need to remember to do that. Alright, opponent still doesn't have another play, so let's see what we draw. Cellar is pretty good. Let's play out our plains. That gives us 6 mana. Let's go ahead and attack again. See if he'll risk it this time or take another 3. Probably going to take another 3. Alright, he doesn't block again, so that's good for us. Alright, let's go ahead and pass. And hold down Control or Shift. I forget. I think it's Control. He's gonna mill us again for 2. Street Spasm, our guy. Alright. Could use Giant Growth to save it. I think we do want to do that. So let's go ahead and do that. And he Lobber Crews us, alright. And let's go ahead and Assassin Strike that, or Avenging Arrow that. And we eat up 2 of his guys for 2 of our cards, which isn't too great. But now he has 1 less defender. We'll have a Seller next turn with Rupert. Oh, geez. Alright, that's pretty decent bomb there. Let's see here. We don't have anything to do on his turn, so we'll pass it back. Courses Accord's pretty good. Let's go ahead and attack. I think we definitely want to play Courses Accord here. 3/3/3s is going to be really good for us. He blocks this time, which is alright. And let's put out the Courses Accord. And we'll make a Centaur and pass the turn. He's probably going to get a draw 2 cards off of his Mercurial Chemister, but we'll have 2 4/4s next turn, which will be great. Drawing a land would be decent, and then we could hold up Rootborn Defenses and or Seller. Another Lobber Crew, alright. And he passes the turn back, as expected. Might have a cancel. Land is decent there. Now we can, let's see here. He might have cancel, which isn't unreasonable. But I think he either wants to mill us or draw 2 cards. If I was him, I want to draw 2 cards. So let's play out the Phantom General. Because if he has a counter, then he won't be able to draw 2 cards. And I don't really want him to draw 2 cards if he's going to cancel my thing. Which it looks like he does have it. Or he's tapping his mana and thinking. And he does have it. Alright, so he won't be drawing 2 cards, which is good for us. And we'll have Rootborn Defenses up, so let's go ahead and attack here. He's probably going to take 3. Blocks 1 of the Centaurs, he blocks the other. He's deciding if he wants to sack the Chemister, and he doesn't. So he takes 3, and we'll pass the turn back. Maybe, well, he already played the Street Spasm. So, we might not need the Rootborn Defenses, but I'd like to have it up, so let's see what he does here. Nope, he decides not to do that. Decides to draw 2 cards, alright, that's pretty good. And he gets a Void Welder. It's gonna bounce one of our Centaurs. Yeah, you can do that. Plays a gill gate and passes the turn back. Gate creeper vine, not too exciting there. Let's go ahead and play the Cellar of Songbirds. And we get a bird token. Now we can start flying over. If we play the Gate Creeper Vine, we can get another forest and still have Rootborne defenses up, which is going to be important. So let's get a forest to thin out our deck, play the forest, and I don't see a reason not to attack, so let's go ahead and attack. He's going to put the Void Welder and Doorkeeper in front, alright. Calls my bluff, and we'll pass the turn back. He's going to Lobber Crew us. Might just throw the Rootborne defenses out there to get another bird so we can attack for 2 next turn. See what he has here. Sphinx of the Chimes. Alright, that's gonna put a stop to that plan. We're kinda at a stalemate here. Let's go ahead and draw. We draw planes. Not a whole lot to do here, so let's go ahead and pass the turn back. Yep. Probably going to block with the bird when he attacks with the Sphinx, and then throw the Rootborne defenses, so we have 2. He's going to draw 2 cards. His deck's pretty decent, even though it dirtles around a lot. That's a pretty great card. So is the Sphinx. He's holding off my offenses really well here. Let's see what he decides to do. He throws out Lobber Crew and Lobber Crew. Alright. I'm not sure why he did that. Did take up all the Lobber Crews for sure. Alright, the opponent goes to attack. He's going to attack with the Sphinx. Alright, we're going to block with the bird and Rootborne defenses. I think we want another bird. Buys us a couple of turns. Opponent has a full grip, which is pretty scary. Let's see what he wants to do. Another Lobber Crew, alright. All Lobber Crew all the time. And he passes the turn back, so he's probably going to mill us for a whole lot. Trestle Troll. Trestle Troll does stem the bleeding, so let's go ahead and play that out. Hopefully he doesn't have the counter, which looks like he does. Alright, he has the Essence Backlash. Gonna double Lobber Crew us. And that's probably gonna end our defenses there. You can block everything we got. Well, let's get in with one of the birds. Can't block that. And pass the turn back. He's probably going to draw 2 cards. Lobber crew, yep. Yep. Launch party would be pretty good here. Stab wound would be great here. Pack rats would be pretty sad here because he'd kill it with the chemister for sure. V2 Guild Mage would be great. We could populate some birds or get really big with the centaurs, overwhelm him. But we're going to go ahead and jump here. Another lobber crew. Alright. That's a lot of lobber crews. Let's see what we get. Voids, or slime molding. Slime molding is a thing. Let's go ahead and play the planes. We can make 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 slime molding isn't it's pretty much all we can do here, so let's go ahead. Hopefully he doesn't have the cancel. She already played the 2 we've seen before, so he probably doesn't, but we can always hope. Opponent's thinking about what to do to our play, if anything. And we have an 8/8 slime, so let's go ahead and pass the turn back. Next turn we can get aggressive unless he has Void Welder. And then it'll be sad days for us. So Lobber Crew 1, yes. Lobber Crew 2, yes. Mill us for 4. Hopefully doesn't mill out our removal, but is a possibility. Alright, he's going to kill our bird. Alright, nothing we can do about that. Looks like we'll be taking 5 here. Pursuit of Flight on the chemister. Alright, we definitely need our launch party now. Gives it flying. Alright. That will be 9. That's not going to kill us, but it will next turn. So we need a miracle for sure. This is not looking good for our hero, but we'll play it out. Lobber crew, yeah, looks like he's just gonna lobber us to death. Alright, good games. And the opponent gets the win there, alright. We'll see you in round 2.